Hello there, and this is the Life Obtainer. We're playing the German Reich today, and we're playing on the mod which is Operation Overhaul. It's great to have you with us on the video, and let's just see how we go with this. I've never played this mod before, so this is going to be an exploration for me if you haven't already explored it yourself. Now, first of all, an aim I always want to do with the Germans is to take down Poland and France before 1940. So we're going to go ahead with that. Let's get them all into one massive army. Let's get the, yeah, of course, let's get this general guy on here. Cool, so let's get them on the front line down here. Now, one of the, oh, hang on, I've just let go of it already before we even got a national focus. Let's see here, so we can go straight for the Rhineland. That might give us some political power. We can get the Reich, Reichs Autobahn, that's how you say it, isn't it? We can get some more infrastructure, and it'll help us with our economy as well. Let's get some more steel factories, and even more steel factories for that matter. That's actually quite tempting. We can go for naval rearmament, but do we really need to? No, I think for now, let's just go for our economy. If we can start building a big enough economy, we can start building more military factories. Let me see here. Okay, wow. Okay, we got something new already. Anti-tank grenades. I've not seen any of this before. Obviously, there's new imagery on here, which is really good. I must say, it's outstanding the amount of detail that these guys put into. It seems to me that it's going to take in 4 or 5 years. I mean, what's that got on? Wait, that's not going to be built until 17th of September. I'm going to start again. 17th of February. I'll get that right eventually. 1941, I mean, it's 1935. I'm sure there's got to be a difference from the vanilla game. So, do you know what? I'm going to scratch that. I'm going to scratch this as well. I don't think we need any of this. Let's just put this on an infinity as well. I know we got destroyers and submarines. We could always do with some more other things as well. So we'll be getting heavy cruisers in once every 2 months. Let's get them all into the one port up into the north part. Oh, excuse me. Damn. Up into the north part of Germany. Let's get back to the production. Yes, here we go. And there we go. So we can get all these naval docks on there. Have we actually got any more spare? No, we've only got 10. On the other hand, we actually got lots more military factories. Let's get them producing more light tanks and also some fighters as well. Again, we've still got quite a lot actually. Anti-tank grenades. Let us see. I mean, are they in massive demand in our army? I have no idea. It seems like we've got lots of infantry divisions with some panzer divisions as well. Let's just look at the templates now. That's interesting. It doesn't seem to say anything about... Oh, hang on. Infantry anti-tank. That could be referring to the grenades there, I believe. Yeah, anti-tank grenades. I believe that's what they're doing. So they need about 180 of them. We seem to be producing 52 a day, which is a good start, really. New civilian factories on for sale. Actually, before we get on to that, let's start out with our military factories. Let's get some more artillery, get some field artillery 18 on the production line. Let's get some more support equipment. Does not hurt. We've got another, what's that, 8 more factories as well. Yeah, let's get some more on close support as well and get 2 more on to tactical bombers. Let's get our air guys on the way. And it doesn't hurt to put on some more infantry equipment. Let's get 2 more anti-tank grenades because I have no idea if that costs a lot or not. It doesn't seem to be costing as much as infantry equipment on steel. Oh, we got 1 more as well. Let's get some support equipment. Why the hell not? Now we got 3 civilian factories. So let's get another military factory on the way, plus some more civil factories. Now, a strategy like I had to do again when I'm streaming as well on Twitch. I always like to try and topsy-turv what is being produced. So there's always a little bit more focus on a different area of my economy. And then eventually, once we get a massive start into the civilian and military economies, we can start doing some more dockyard and, if we need to, some more resources as well. Okay, cool. So let's get on to our researchers. Obviously, we need to get basic... oh, actually, we'll receive a penalty if we go straight for that. I wonder if there's actually any technologies. 1935, let's go for that. 99 days, doesn't seem too bad. It'll get our technology done down. Oh, hang on, what the hell is this? Infantry service rifles. Okay. Bolt action rifles are cheap and easy to produce. Semi-automatic rifles have higher soft attack and breakthrough than bolt action rifle, but in the 1920s and 1936, semi-automatic are much more expensive to produce and notably less reliable. Okay. Thus, for most nations, these rifles should not be fielded until 1939. Variant is available if a nation has a very high industrial capacity and or large reserves for bolt action rifles in 1936. Variant can rely to be produced. Okay, that's interesting. What is it suggesting? Not to make them? Do you know what? I'm not going to listen to your advice. I'm going to make them. I'm going to produce them, and my guys will have them. That's interesting. We also have this one, air and large aircraft as well. I've just noticed these two new points here. So we can get some interceptors. That sounds pretty cool as well. We are still in 1933. Is there actually anything we can produce in terms of aero warfare? Doesn't seem anything just that yet. We can start going. We can't even. It's still 1936. I suppose it's not going to be too much of a penalty if we do actually produce some more stuff like that. Again, penalties are for all my engineering, infantry. It seems like we're going to have a penalty somewhere if we're going to produce stuff. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay if we actually go ahead and get some mobile warfare on the way. Obviously, we won't go down the blitzkrieg route. Let's get some air doctrine on the way since we can't. We don't want to get too much of a penalty on certain technologies. We want to get them nice and fast. Let's see here. What else can we... There's nothing down here we can produce. Is there anything down here, or is it just massive blank spaces? Okay, massive blank space. Let's get rid of that. Support companies. There's nothing that I really solely focus on besides reconnaissance and entrenchment. We've gone discussed through all this sort of stuff. Let's see. Trading. We can go for some naval doctrine. Yeah, why not? We'll go for some submarine upgrades as well. So there goes our technologies. Let's see if we can start going on recruitment. We can add some guys in there. Let's get them going in Brandenburg. Doesn't mean we haven't actually produced that many things yet, so it doesn't seem that it's that keen to get started into the recruitment process. SS divisions, let's see what that is. Oh, it's just a normal motorized divisions. That's okay. Let's get them into training as well. Just see how they go on for now with the one unit. And we have 30 divisions. Let's get this ball on the road as well. I don't think there's anything else we need to really focus on other than getting some more oil. We can trade with Venezuela. I don't really tend to trade with the Soviets or the United States. The Dutch East Indies will also trade with too. And let's get that on the road. As we're going 5 speed now anyway. We've got about 156 unused. Oh, sorry, it's gone down now to 151 convoys. We got 2,540,000 manpower. Let's just see how our political power's doing. We got 1.7 per day. Okay. Flag of New Germany. So we can adopt the war flag, the party flag, the imperial flag, or whatever you have in my junk drawer for some custom German flag mods. All right, interesting. Do I want the imperial? What's the war flag? Oh, I hope it's a good flag. The party flag, could that be for the Nazis? The imperial, a war. Oh, we have so much to choose from. Let's go on war. Oh. Well, that's a disappointment. Okay, well, we've got it now, guys, and that's gonna be with us for the rest of the game. Oh, I was expecting a bit more than that. I should have gone with the party. Damn. Okie dokie. Let's see if we can get some ships. Not there, over here. Let's get you guys over here as well. Let's see where all our navy is. Let's keep that ticking over. We don't want to slow down now. Let's get that all the way to our port as well. What we'll do, we'll sort of merge them fleets all together as well. That'll help us as with our naval combat. Let's get the troops. Let's get these wings over here. Let's get them also. No, we don't want them to attack already. Let's just get them over here for now. We seem to have quite a lot of winged units, actually, to say the least. I think that's just the same in vanilla. I think as playing as Germany. I don't think that should be too much of an issue. in terms of building stuff for air. I mean, we are on that with the military factories down here. We've got some fighters on the way, tactical bombers and close air support. It turns out we are upgrading quite a few, and we're only producing 2 a week, but we will change that as soon as we will get into the construction side of things. Let's see here. We've got 13 civilian factories working on 1 military factory in Hanover. Our national focus right now is the Reich's Autobahn, and that will also get us infrastructure going on here. We've got 22 days into that. Oh, what's this here now? So we got consorted press. That'll help us. Oh my goodness me! Let's explore this a bit. We have the free press that helps us with the research time, but ideology drift defense goes down by 15%. The resistance. Let's see here. That helps us with the effect on our partisans by 20%. And production efficiency is there by 10%. That's actually pretty handy. What we got so far? We've got construction speed on 5%. That's not also too bad too. Call for volunteers, we get an extra 0.5% of recruitable population. Aggressive. Let's see here. Justify war goal by 25%. These are quite handy actually, and not to mention they're only 50 political power, which is pretty good to say if you want to jump between some of these. Let's see what security is. Encryption up by 10%, and nationalism raises your national unity by 5%, and ideology drift defense up by 20%. Okay, those are quite actually those are quite interesting options you have there. So what do you actually do for your recruitment? Okay, so oh goodness me, hang on a second, we have one just on recruitment laws. Let's see here. So we can go for limited conscription. Well, this looks familiar. Thank goodness for that. We have something familiar. Let's see, recruitment law. Okay, so we go with the healthy, the loose. What does that do? That helps our recruitment population go up by 1%. Division organization up by 5%. Originally country is Czechoslovakia. Okay, that's interesting. Scraping the barrel, that helps with population recruitment up by 2%. Division organization down by 20%. You must be at war, and the estimated strength of the ratio of the enemy anyway is 200% or more compared to your army. Goodness me, right, okay, so no exemptions, at war, and must be 150% of ratio. That'll give you 1.5 recruitable population and 10% divisions. Right, we have now military factories. Let's get some more motorized. It seems like we need some more there. Yeah, we'll bang some more on light tanks as well as soon as another one kicks into place. Now we're going to be focusing on another civil factory. This is kind of slow at the start of the game, and we were in 1935, so that's also pretty different compared to a lot of the different games. Let's see how our national focus is. We've got another 9 days before that's done. We'll get the West Wall in. We'll also gain a political advisor, Fritz Todd, I believe the name is. Forgive me on my pronunciation. We have the land for construction speed by 20%. Coastal forts by 20% also. We got anti-air construction as well by 20%. That's actually quite handy to have in late game, especially with the air support anyway. The industrial effort, that's what we're really going to mint in with all them factories. So we've done that now. Let's go on to the West Wall. I've just listed the benefits of that. Let's see here. It doesn't seem like... oh, hang on, what's going on here? Czechoslovakia start border fortification project. Okay, that's going to be a bit annoying. Seems like they've got the dependence of Czechoslovakia is guaranteed by the Kingdom of Romania. That shouldn't be too much to worry about. Let's see here. How many guys have we got on the field? We've got 296,000 people. To get Anschluss, we need to have, what is it, 550,000? Yes, we do. Army Innovations is also there. We can get some more military experience with that. We also get 2 doctrines and 50% land doctrines. That's pretty helpful as well. It seems like nothing really much has changed in terms of national trees, or unless there's been some little changes that I'm unaware of. I haven't played vanilla in some time. I've played so many mods. Cool. So we have limited exports. Yeah, that seems familiar. Nothing's really changed there. That is a very good introduction. I like the recruitment ones we got there. I haven't even explored all of them. Extended service, limited service. That will reduce our military experience gain by 1, but we'll receive 50% political power. Goodness me. Let's see here, veteran cycling. We'll gain what's that? 25% in training time. We'll also gain 0.2 in army experience gain, and division attrition actually goes down by 10%. It's pretty cool. You can get some advantages and disadvantages to many different aspects to this game. What's this? Division. The average. The retirement age law. So we can go with 40, 50. Or 60. It seems like 50 is like the best middle ground, because even though, oh no, you won't get the bonus of added -5 attrition. You will still get the recruitable population. Okay, so we got the electronic mechanical engineering on the way there. And let's see here now. We can get some more mechanical computing. No, we can. It's still 1936, sorry. I suppose we can go 0.01 penalty as well. I don't think that's going to hinder us too badly. And it's Christmas. What do you know? It's Christmas. Oh, isn't that nice? Cool. Moving on. I think things are steadying away. Nothing badly has happened anyway. Ethiopia down there, bless them. I think it'll be the end of them, obviously. No surprise there. And Spain, there's no civil war in Spain. Interesting. Okay, cool. It seems like they're quite fascist, quite democratic. I'm surprised where all the communists comes from in the civil war anyway. Cool. Let's see what the Soviet Union are doing. They're doing the Great Purge. That's going to take a while for them to get through. I believe that takes about 300 days. No, it takes 210 days. I'm mistaken. They've got another 99 to go. And we'll leave the Russians to do that. But my main target at the moment is Poland. Now, Poland will have to go. That is it. That is the main thing we will have. We'll have Poland going now. That's exactly what I want. As soon as we can get Danzig out of the way, and that'll be good for us as well. As soon as we can get that, we get some more ports on there, and we get some more of a sort of a naval better position, especially in the Baltic Sea, especially when it comes to Sweden and Finland as well. We seem to be producing pretty good. Let's see how we're doing on our recruitment. We have now starting to make the first lot of divisions, and then also as well the Panzer division as well. Let's change the colour of the army. You know what I love about this game? The amount of modifications you can do on here. I'm going to make it red. That's always a good sign. Cool. So we've got these guys lining up onto the front line as well. We got 41 ships as well. Let's all merge them together. So what do we have here? We got 2 battleships. We have 3 heavy cruisers. 6 cruisers, 13 destroyers, and 17 submarines. Let's get a nice admiral on there, shall we? Let's see what the best we can get. Oh, skill 5. We've got Carl there. Good old Carl. Look at that hat. Cool. So, modifying government. We could make some modifications. We've got 226 political power. Let's see what our chief army staff is like. Nothing much changed there. We can get some military high command. Let's see here. We can get some airdrop agility going on here. Regrouping positives there. Division attack and defense. Army division attrition. So we ate the generic vanilla guys in there. We got the west wall done now. And we're going to go for the industrial effort. That's exactly what we want. And here we go, I suppose. Off we go for the industrial effort. And let's see here. Add a Furious. So we can get the Blitzkrieg Furious on the world. You know what? I always liked that guy early on. Let's get him. I don't see the point of actually getting the 250 guys. I feel like they were a bit too more expensive for my liking. Let's see how we're doing for political power. We're at 170. So we're climbing anyway. It doesn't seem that there's been any things to hinder our political power anyway. We haven't got any pop-ups just yet. I haven't seen the overhaul, what is it, Operation Overhaul now? I haven't actually seen any automatic or new features happening in this mod, but we'll see how much it screws me over later on in the game. We'll see. Actually, that's a good point. Let's see what France is doing. Speaking of being overhauled, France isn't going through the communism just yet. I'm sure there's a different dude, Albert, yeah. He has a plus defense on plus 50% on defense. Let's see what the Brits are doing now. Again, the national focus tree hasn't really changed that much. No, it hasn't. No, it seems to be the same sort of stuff, which is always a good thing. Sometimes vanilla is always the best. Cool, but this is interesting though. This seems like to be the biggest change in the mod I've seen so far. I mean, okay, if we look at the different support companies, you can clearly see here that we can go all the way to level 8 in engineering companies and reconnaissance. Okay, so that goes all the way to 1957. That's interesting. I mean, I don't see myself getting that far, to be honest with you. I think we can conquer most of the world. We are actually quite low in mechanized. We're 60 days into it to regain as much as we need to. Maybe we can get some less factories on anti-tank grenades and put them on motorized. That might increase the actual speed that we were going at here. Yeah, so we're going down to 46 days now until we've actually got enough soldiers and equipment. Seems like we're running low on resources now. We need some more oil. We're going to call our good friends from Venezuela and get some more oil from them. And do you know what, guys? I think it's doing very well. I'm pretty happy with it's going now, and let's see how it goes.